Hey ihr Lieben und damit herzlich willkommen zurück zu Draugen. Ja, in der ersten Folge ist ja schon relativ viel passiert. Wir haben die Charaktere kennengelernt, Edward und Alice, ne, Spitzname Lizzie. Und ja, wie ihr gemerkt habt, wir suchen Edwards Schwester Betty. Die soll hier irgendwo sein. Wir haben ja einen Brief der Fredlands bekommen, die uns hierher eingeladen haben. Aber gefunden haben wir sie nicht, außer irgendwelche Gestalten vor dem Fenster dort drüben, glaube ich, war es. Oder was dort? Ich weiß es nicht. Auf jeden Fall vor dem Fenster. Naja. Das Boot war auch weg. Den Schal hier haben wir gefunden. Das war es dann aber auch schon.
I will find you again.
Und jetzt schauen wir mal, wie es weitergeht, meine Freunde. Ich hoffe, ihr seid weiterhin fleißig dabei. Naja, zumindest sind wir nicht mehr so eingesaut wie gestern. Ja, wir haben ja gestern eine kleine Rutschparty hingelegt.
Teddy, come outside. It's a beautiful day.
Gleich da.
Lissy!
Outside, Teddy.
Ja, sehr rustikal eingerichtet, aber ich finde das eigentlich immer recht schön, muss ich sagen. Ich mag diesen rustikalen Stil von den Häusern. Ich glaube, hier waren wir noch gar nicht, ne, oder? Ja, eine richtig schön altertümlich eingerichtete Küche, ne? Ja, ich finde, es ist wirklich ein sehr, sehr schönes Spiel. Ne? Mal guckt euch das mal an, ne? Wir sind jetzt hier wieder bei Tageslicht und die Berge, die frische, kühle Luft fühle ich irgendwie, dieses Feeling. Wir können ja mal gucken. Ja, doch, wir können hoch. Sehr schön. Schauen wir uns hier mal ein bisschen um. Ah, okay, da ist ein X, das können wir gar nicht. Schade. Oh, spielen. Okay. Draugenwalz. Wow, er kann sehr, sehr gut Klavier spielen, das muss man ihn lassen. Sowas würde ich ja auch gerne selbst können, aber mit meinen zwei linken Pfoten wird das wohl eher weniger was. Aber wie klein diese Betten alle waren, ne? Ich meine, die Leute waren damals ja auch nicht allzu groß, muss man natürlich sagen. Ne? Aber nichtsdestotrotz, ich würde in so ein Bett nicht hineinpassen mit meiner Körpergröße. So viel steht fest. Okay, hier ist ein Bild von der Kirche, nehme ich mal an. Ja, dann gibt es hier auf der Terrasse irgendwas. Wow.
Where are you?
I'm right outside.
Ah, okay, sie steht immer noch unten auf der Veranda. Ja, es ist echt ein wunderschönes Spiel. Kann man mal auch mal so ein bisschen die Seele baumeln lassen bei so einem schlackteren Gameplay, ne? Aber die Story hier, die ist auch verdammt gut. Oh, okay, die Tür ist zu. Ja, ich schätze, wir müssen erst einmal weiter mit der Story machen, bevor wir hier mit irgendetwas interagieren können. Ja, nach einem Kinderzimmer sieht mir das jetzt hier auch nicht aus. Ne? Hier, seht euch mal dieses kleine Bett an. Ne? Meine Füße würden hervorlugen und meine Katze würde sich freuen, da hat sie wieder nachts was zum Spielen. Ja. Wer kennt es nicht? Katzenbesitzer wissen, was ich meine.
I just about given up on you ever waking up.
I was looking around the house.
So we're okay with that now? Noted. Sleep well?
I dreamed of Betty.
Merke ich mir.
She was in the garden, and she called for me.
How about you, Lissy dearest? Oh, you know me, old fruit, wide awake at first light.
Fretlands didn't come home, did they?
They did not. There's no sign of anyone. Aside from last night's mistwalker.
I've been thinking about that.
Die Ereignisse der letzten Nacht verwirren ihn noch immer. Hat er doch nur Schatten gesehen?
It was dark. Maybe I just saw a shadow.
Chasing a shadow. That's very unlike you, old boy. Usually you scurry off in the opposite direction.
Hohoho,
I didn't get a
frech.
good look. I'm not even sure there was anyone there.
Well, there must be someone here. And I'm not talking about ghosts. Or goats. What was it you said yesterday? Maybe they're peeking at us through the windows.
I'll take a gander. The Fretlands will be home soon. And Betty's here. I know it. I feel it.
If you say so, teddy bear. Have you had your noodle juice yet?
I'm not rummaging through their cupboards.
You'll be a pill without your tea and toast, old bean. We need to get you sorted.
I'm not hungry. First point on the agenda. Find the natives.
A mission! Hot dog! I'll scout ahead. I'll meet you down by those houses.
Ja,
Let's uncover your secrets, Grovik.
ist ein Snickers, ne? Du bist nicht du, wenn du hungrig bist. Wer kennt es nicht? Ja, noch hier so eine selbst gezeichnete Karte. Finde ich auch immer nice. Solche kleinen Mini-Details, ne? Okay, mit Steuerkreuztaste oben. Ja, jetzt zeigt das mir an, gell? R2 zum Laufen. Ist klar, Spiel, ist klar. Haben wir schon lange herausgefunden, aber ja, passt schon. Ja gut, dann schauen wir uns hier mal ein bisschen um. Ist halt sehr ruhig hier, sehr idyllisch, ne? Sehr naturbehaftet. Aber ich denke mal hier... Mit hier können wir so nichts weiter interagieren. Dann klappern wir mal die ganzen Häuserchen hier ab. Ich meine, irgendwer muss ja eigentlich hier sein, ne? Es wäre schon sehr gruselig und deep, wenn hier auf einmal alles leer wäre und hier keine einzige Menschenseele mehr wäre. Ach ja, man konnte ja hier auch zeichnen. Ja, Moment, machen wir mal. So, ich glaube, das dürfte sogar schon reichen. Ich weiß gar nicht, ob er das mit auf die Hauptkarte überträgt. Oh naja, werden wir ja sehen. Ah ja. Ich spiele solche Games hier auch mal sehr, sehr gerne. Wie gesagt, es ist ein Schlag, das ist nicht so stressig. Und man kann es auch mal ein bisschen genießen, ne, wenn der Fokus auf die Story und den Charakteren liegt. Ja, da können wir auf den Rückweg hin.
Where are you, Lissy?
Right by the village houses.
Ah, da.
Up here, Teddy.
Hey, eyes up here. It's such a beautiful day. You could bottle and sell this air in Boston. It's frankly medicinal.
Ja, die Sonne scheint, aber es spürt die Kälte bis auf die Knochen. Der Winter nähert sich. Nehmen wir mal.
It's chilly.
That's all you have to say? It's chilly?
You're not cold.
Why would I be?
I thought you were scouting ahead.
What do you think I'm doing? Vantage point, like on a pirate ship. I could probably see our house in Hanover from here.
Did you check those buildings?
Knocking on doors isn't a scout's job, old bean.
There must be someone around.
Only one way to find out, old sport. Did you check all the houses?
Ja, machen wir mal. Ja, das hier ist eine Scheune und kein Haus. Aber hier vorne die Häuserchen, die können wir bestimmt durchsuchen. Machen wir auch mal. Ja, irgendwer muss doch hier sein.
Hello? Anyone here?
Why, hello, Mr. American. Please come in for a cup of tea and biscuits.
You're not helping. Also, they drink coffee here, not tea.
Savages.
Barbaren. Ihre freche Schnauze erinnert mich irgendwie an unseren Michi, ne? Ja? Zwinker, zwinker. Ja, nee, da ist keiner wirklich zu Hause.
Hello?
What the heck?
Who's there?
Verräter, also Verräter, ja?
Hello? Anyone home?
Huh. Okay. Hier ist definitiv keiner mehr. Was haben wir denn da?
September 21st, 1923. Wie desperate. Lissy, found something here. Escalated from words to stones. Blood has been spilled. The curse haunts us all. There is no hope left in... Guds verlassen. Good. God. Right. In this God-forsaken place. The death of the... Jiminy. Death of the children was the end of Grovik. Whatever remained of our souls departed with them. You should see this, Lissy. The letter just trails off. Was never sent.
Ah, düster. Hier sind Kinder gestorben. Und daraufhin haben die Leute wohl dann auch die Insel verlassen, nehme ich mal an. Zumindest steht es ja so dann im Brief.
Did you see this door closing?
It was just the wind, teddy bear. You're as skittish as a pussycat. There's
Poh,
one more house.
frech.
Third time's the charm.
There must be someone around.
Only one way to find out, old sport. Did you check all the houses?
So, ja, welches Häuschen können wir denn hier noch durchsuchen? Da drüben war nur noch eine Scheune. In den dort waren wir. Dort. Hier war sie auf dem Baum. Ah, hier ist sogar ein Brunnen. Oder? Können wir hier durch? Ja, ist ja gut, ist ja gut, ist ja gut. Nee, bei dem Haus waren wir noch nicht.
Anyone home?
Unless they're playing hide and go seek, I'd say that's a no.
Huh. Na, geht doch rein.
Strikes, you're out.
I don't think anyone's been home for a while. Someone painted the word traitor on one of the doors. And there was a letter.
Okay, er geht nicht rein.
Sounded foreboding.
Well, you were wrong. The villagers are not indoors.
Er glaubt, dass nur ein kleiner Teil des Dorfes gesehen hat. Es gibt noch weitere Orte, zu denen er gehen kann. Boot. Das Boot lässt seine Gedanken nicht los wie eine Fliege, die um seinen Kopf herumschwirrt. Es gibt keinen Grund, aus dem es einfach verschwinden könnte.
I still don't understand what happened to the boat.
Why don't we investigate? Maybe it's even drifted back to shore by now.
Unlikely. But I would like to know how it got unmoored.
Well, it's a bright and beautiful day, and we have nothing better to do.
What on earth are you doing?
Handstands, Teddy! My record is 2 minutes. I'm working on 3. Just go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Betty would have taken plenty of constitutionals here. She loves the outdoors.
How so? She's a city girl.
I'm sure she gets tired of Manhattan. And when she was little, she loved playing in the garden back in Hanover, especially around the pond.
Are you alright?
I just miss her.
No.
You'd have thought someone would have seen us by now.
Even if they were all hiding indoors. Maybe there was a spell or curse that made them all invisible.
Honestly, Lissy.
Or maybe we are the invisible ones. But then we would see them, wouldn't we? No, I think my original thesis is more likely.
The villagers turning invisible is the more likely thesis.
Do try to keep an open mind, Edward, darling.
Oh, darling.
The weather's favorable today.
I did a little dance last night, appeasing the weather gods. Thor, in particular, was mightily impressed.
Was he?
Promised to back off with the thunder and lightning for a spell. And don't you know, he proposed to me.
Of
But I told
course.
him I'm not into gods. I prefer jazz musicians.
Scheiße.
It's quite peaceful.
If no one was around, I'd strip naked. The earth would delight in my bare feet. The wind would savor playing with my hair.
Is that so?
I don't know, I just like being naked. But not when you're around, teddy bear.
Ja, dafür danken
What are
wir
you
dir.
up to?
Delighting in the little things. They're like dew. My heart is the morning, and it's refreshed by their presence.
Where do these strange thoughts come from?
Oh, you're a funny egg, old bean.
What are you doing?
Looking for a white rabbit in a waistcoat. Have you seen him?
A white
We'll follow him down the hole, Teddy. Or maybe we already did.
Alice in Wonderland, I see.
So wonderfully apt.
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul, alive or dead.
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul.
Okay, jetzt wiederholen
alive
sich
or
die
dead.
Dialoge. Ja, Ist das Boot wirklich weg? Kann ich mir irgendwie nicht vorstellen, oder? Ja, obwohl, gestern Abend war es ja weg.
How about we don't go back to Hanover and stay here instead?
And how would I survive?
Hunt? Harvest? Forage? People have survived here for centuries. Why can't we?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I could learn. I'd start with goats. Goats can be eaten and milked. Probably not in that order.
So. Was ist das denn? Fredland and Sohn. Okay.
Frederick, Fretland, and son.
Johann's brother and nephew.
The Fretlands have their fingers in all the pies, including the only store in town.
Also the post office and telegraph. There may be something that'll lead us to Betty in there.
Or at least to some canned sardines. We need to get you fed, old bean.
Fretland and
Foto.
Son.
How do you figure?
It's on the sign above the entrance. And on this photograph. Frederick and Simon Fretland. The older gentleman is clearly Mr. Fretland's twin brother.
Twins are confusing. If this was a dime novel, they'd be switching places at some point to confuse the coppers. Damn you, twins!
Simon Fretland. Frederick's son.
And Johann's nephew. See, I'm getting the hang of this.
Haha, Tabak. Das hier scheint Milch zu sein. Und ein Klo in der freien Natur. Hey, hey, hey. Na gut. Schauen wir mal, was es drin gibt. Oder wir schauen auch nicht.
Why lock any doors? I can't imagine they have a problem with punks and hoodlums.
The sign says they're closed, but I thought maybe... Hello? Are you open? Is anyone there?
Can't you just bust down the door? Locks be damned.
Breaking and entering, I will not. I'll just dislocate my shoulder.
Gibt es hier nicht irgendwie eine andere Möglichkeit, hier reinzukommen? Warte mal, hier das Fenster, das ist doch nur angelehnt. Boah, verschwommen. Oh, was haben wir denn da? Aushang. Na?
They had a memorial service for the accident in the mine. On July 24th, in the village church.
For something that happened 20 years ago?
It still affected their lives.
Oh, okay. Telegraph
The
steht
telegraph
da.
is out of order.
Well, there goes my plan. NOSOS.
This was 2 years ago, but the notice is still up.
How can it take 2 years to get something like that fixed?
If they couldn't afford it? Or couldn't get anyone to come fix it?
Well, this place really is off the map. Here be dragons. Or Draugens, I guess.
Eine
The ferry
Fähre.
route is no
Okay.
longer operating.
Rats!
Mrs. Fretland already informed me in her letter.
I know. Still warrants a resounding rats.
I wonder why it stopped running.
Look around. How many people live here? 20? 30? That can't be enough for a ferry route.
Things got quieter after the mine closed down.
They need to move on and find something else to put their village on the map. Tobacco farming, maybe.
Ja, viele Touristen kommen hier wohl nicht mehr durch. Da lohnt es sich schlichtweg einfach nicht. Kann man schon verstehen. Was haben wir hier? Ah ja, hier inspizieren.
There's no damage to the rope.
I don't know what that means.
Nobody cut it. I guess the knot could have unraveled on its own.
Didn't you say you used a sailor's knot?
I'm a scholar, not a fisherman.
So who took our boat? A ghost?
Sie müssen über die Gezeiten des
Not a
Akademischen
ghost,
nicht praktisch, aber es ergibt Sinn,
goat?
dass das Boot auf diese Weise
Goat's row?
verschwunden ist.
I believe the tide took our boat.
If you say so. But then who were you chasing after last night? A shadow?
I don't know. It was probably all in my head. Perhaps living here wouldn't be such a bad thing.
You changed your mind about the goats?
Fresh air might do me good.
You'd be alright with it just being the two of us.
I'm no stranger to isolation.
True words have never been spoken, old fruit.
Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul, alive or dead.
Okay, aber hier sind ja noch ein paar Häuschen. Zumindest sieht das nach Häusern aus. Ne? Ah, ein Boot.
A boat! Teddy! A hot dog! This is our ticket out of here!
Not without Betty. Have you seen anyone?
Not a single soul, alive or dead.
Ja gut, viele Möglichkeiten gibt es ja jetzt hier nicht. Ist das hier ein Gedenkstein?
What's this?
Remnants of the mining operation.
What, mine?
Remember, I told you yesterday. There was a mine here, but it closed down 20 years
Ah,
ago.
wo ist sie denn?
I know, Edward.
Ach
I was
da.
just checking for a sense of humor. Still nowhere to be found.
Lesen.
Till Min Om. It's a memorial. 3 men died when the mine collapsed in 1902. Georg Hatlestad, Niels Frambu, Arne Fretland.
See, this is what working a regular job. Did you say Fretland?
The younger brother who was mentioned in the article.
Hei. Was das so ein Unfall in einer so kleinen Gemeinde ihnen Leid zufügt? Der Ringer Fretland war ein Opfer des Ehrgeizes seiner Familie.
The newspaper said the accident forced the mine to shut down.
What does any of this have to do with us?
I still don't know why Elizabeth came here.
And you think it has something to do with this mine?
Or with what it did to the village. Maybe. He was just 19.
How long had he been working in the mine? That's too young for a dirty job like digging into rock.
We're in the real world, Lissy. Most teeners don't have the luxury to idle away their days with games and witty repartee.
Ouch.
Okay, das war jetzt gerade ein ordentlicher Seitenhieb von ihm an ihr. Warte mal, ich glaube hier die Teile, die könnten wir doch noch
Where do
untersuchen.
these tracks lead?
To the mine. Where else would they go?
I don't know. A castle up in the mountains where the frost giants live? And this is how they receive their monthly offering of meat from the villagers. Goat, I hope.
Ja, folgen wir den Schienen einfach mal, würde ich sagen. Ich glaube, hier
No
drüben haben wir noch
trespassing
nicht.
for traitors.
Cool. Want to jump the gate and explore what's on the other side?
Edward schaut sich das klapprige Tor in zugeborenen Pfad an. Das sieht nicht einladend aus. Ja, wohl wahr.
It's not safe.
Oh, horse feathers! You may be the most boring man in this country. Where's your sense of adventure, old sport? Don't you want to see where these tracks go?
They lead to the old mine, and no. I've had enough adventure on this side of the fence. Besides, they wrote no trespassing for a reason.
You're such a terrible bore, Teddy Bear. I'll wager 1,000 clams you'll jump this gate at some point, if you believe Betty's on the other side.
Frederick Fretland.
Autsch.
Who are these traitors he refers to?
What now? We've looked everywhere.
There really doesn't seem to be anyone around.
Maybe we missed something. An important clue. How about the general store? We haven't been inside yet.
It looked deserted, but worth another look, I guess.
Ja, irgendwann werden wir bestimmt hier noch rein müssen. So, mal kurz checken, wie lange nehmen wir hier auf. 28 Minuten. Der Laden. Wo war der Laden? Hier unten irgendwo, ne?
What if everyone turned into a pebble? And they can't speak, but they see and feel everything that happens to you.
There's something very wrong with your head.
Wouldn't that just be awful? Why, I'd be a murderer.
Die macht mich fertig. Ja, hier vorne war der Laden. Na gut, gucken wir noch mal. Ich weiß zwar jetzt nicht, was es noch bringen soll. Also wirklich kann man ja hier nicht durch. Okay, was für ein Problem hast du? Verschwinde.
Is that? Lissy, come here. It's Betty's hat. She was
Dachte
here.
ich mir schon.
She could still be in there. Betty? Betty!
Are you sure, Edward? I mean, it's just a hat. Is it even a hat? I'm not
I know
sure
my sister's hat, Lissy. I have to get inside.
What about the breaking and entering part?
I could care less what they call it.
Okay, jetzt will er auf einmal doch einbrechen. Ja. Ja, aber wie denn? Ach so, öffnen, okay. Okay, hä? Geht doch gar nicht an der Seite. Ah, wir müssen jetzt bestimmt zu den einen Fenster, was hier so leicht geöffnet war, oder? Hier, zu denen hier.
Here's an open window.
You seem eager to break the law. I approve.
Oh, zieh.
It won't budge.
Nah, don't be a milquetoast.
Well, it's stuck.
Attaboy, Teddy. You can do this.
Lissy, Lissy, Lissy. Ganz schön frech.
I can't believe I'm actually breaking... Whoops, daisy.
Ups.
Oh my, Teddy. You're such a sap.
Danke, Lissy. Danke im Übrigen auch fürs Hochhelfen. Lass mich hier ruhig liegen, ist in Ordnung.
Dilettanti, world traveler, cat burglar.
A cat burglar would, by definition, enter a building on a higher floor.
The state of this place.
Oh, Betty.
Edward,
I hope you weren't here when...
is this... blood?
Not necessarily human blood.
Well, that's alright then. What does it say? Barn murder? Someone murdered a barn?
Bahnemörder, warte mal. Oh Gott, sag nicht, das ist, was ich denke.
Barn means child.
Oh no.
And mortar, that's...
Child murder. Edward, they murdered a child?
Someone thought so.
Probably the same someone who vandalized the store.
I'm not sure how I feel about being in here.
Don't be ridiculous. We're all alone. What else do you suggest we do?
It really did a number on this place.
Why would they do this to one of their own?
Anger and fear trump civility.
Das ist wohl wahr. Zorn und Furcht sind stärker als
Really did
Höflichkeit.
a number on this place.
Why would they do this to one of their own?
Anger and fear trump civility.
So, ist die Tür wenigstens... Die ist natürlich auch zu.
Damnation. The hat's in here.
Calm down, old boy. Anyway, how's a hat going to help us?
Who knows what else is in here? There could be more clues.
All right. Okay.
Why would Frederick keep a list of what he calls traitors?
What did they do to him?
Cross him in some way.
Okay.
Why else keep a list of undesirables?
All right. Okay. Everything's Jake. We made it into the store. I'm sure we'll find a way through that door.
John Fredland. Okay, eine Liste. Oh. Ah, eine richtig altertümliche Kasse. Kommen wir hier rein. Aha, hier ist offen. Nicht verschickte Post. Er bemerkt, dass da mindestens 10 Briefumschläge liegen. Alle sind frankiert, aber an diesen Ort gefangen.
These were never sent.
How long have they been piling up?
I received Mrs. Fretland's letter in June.
A couple of months. Perhaps the world forgot about Grovik.
Ja, das hat's hier nicht verlassen, ne? Telegraph, ja, der
Out
kaputt
of
war.
order.
Why hasn't it been fixed?
Perhaps there wasn't much demand for it anymore.
S-O-S.
Wow. Till Simon Fraroof.
Oh boy. If only this thing worked. We could order a boat to come get us. Or, even better, order some hot grub.
Ja, hier ist bestimmt ein Schlüssel drin, oder?
What are you doing?
Looking for keys.
Your life of crime continues.
Schlüsselhaken. Na, gucken wir uns das mal die
Also,
Notiz an.
Is it written in Viking runes? What does it say?
It's from Simon.
Was? Jack puttet.
Yai put it.
Ach,
means
Jai puttet,
I put.
okay. Ich habe
Knuckle is
gelegt.
key.
Schlüssel, ja. Ach, in die Kasse.
I don't know what that word means.
Er hat den Schlüssel in die Kasse gelegt, okay.
I wish I had my dictionary. The note's addressed to his father.
So the key was moved. But where to?
Somewhere safer. Or more convenient.
Can we really trust your translations? You only started studying a month ago.
I spent the summer reading, and I had a lot of free time on the ocean voyage.
Come on, how much could you possibly pick up in a few months?
You know my mind, it's a sponge.
Okay, also der Schlüssel ist in der Kasse drin.
Kasse.
Da steht's
So
doch,
that's what
Kasse.
it means. Cash register.
Ja, dann probieren wir mal zu öffnen.
You're a genuine gangster now, old fruit. Don't worry. If you get busted, I'll come visit you in the big
Ha,
house.
da ist sogar noch Geld drin.
The Vandals weren't here for the money.
I think money was the last thing on their minds.
Ja, eher weniger.
Wasn't there supposed to be a key?
Here it is.
So, her damit. Dann kriegen wir zumindest den Schlüssel. Ach, den Schlüssel auf, genau. Die Tür auf, Mensch. Sprachfasching schon wieder. Sorry, Leute. So, na denn. Ja, da ist der
It is
Hut.
her hat.
Teddy, I'm not sure
Betty
that's...
was here. And not long ago.
Okay, but if that is her hat, what's it doing in a locked storeroom?
Another breadcrumb.
That's not an answer.
I know for sure she was here. That's what matters.
You know best, Edward. So, what now? If this is a breadcrumb, where's the next one?
There must be a reason her hat's in this room.
What's that?
A handwritten note.
I'm not blind. What does it say, you silly goose?
It's hard to read. I'm not sure my translation will be... Johann, you... Nectar. Refuse. You refuse to speak to me, so I write this letter instead. It's from Frederick Fretland to his brother. Simon did not... Bloody hell. Simon did not murder your Ruth. He was fond of his cousin.
Ruth. Ruth is the daughter of Anna and Johann, which means the little girl in the photograph at the farmhouse. Oh, Edward. The Fretland girl was murdered. This is simply awful.
Simon was working at the farm while I tended to the store. I would have seen him had he passed on the way up to the cliffs.
They thought Simon killed Ruth. His own cousin.
Ruth was... what's that word? Playing. Ruth was always playing on the rocks below the church. She must have fallen by accident. The note ends there. Frederick never finished it. And Johann never read it. Not that it would have made a difference. If Johann
The
thought...
mob showed up for Simon. His father would have tried to protect him.
September 17th. You would have been here, Betty.
Rocks below the church. Isn't the church right above us? Edward, come look at this. That's the cliff. Right there. The one in the note? I bet you 1,000,000 clams.
Where?
See for yourself.
I guess that could be where...
Let's check it out.
No, Lissy, wait.
Und sie stürmt wieder voraus. War ja klar. Wie ist sie überhaupt jetzt gerade rausgekommen? Ich habe doch hier die Tür gar nicht geöffnet. Weird. Ja, eine sehr düstere Wendung.
Teddy, up here.
I found it, Teddy. The cliff. I'm standing right below it.
What are you doing? This doesn't concern
A
us.
little girl died. We're staying in her home, for God's sake. Are you completely without heart? Get yourself up here, Edward Harden, right this minute.
Wow, warum auf einmal dieser Befehlston ist los? Wie soll ich denn bitte schön hier hochkommen?
Come on, it's an easy climb.
This looks very dangerous.
Oh, you're a big boy. Start acting like it. It's not Mount Everest.
I don't know about
Dieses Mädel.
this. Whoops-a-daisy.
Okay, die Kleine war also an der Klippe, hat dort immer gespielt und ist dann runtergefallen aus irgendwelchen Gründen.
What is this?
Where
Oh.
little Ruth died.
You're being morbid. And this is a distraction. I'm here for Betty, not because some girl got
Edward.
herself...
You insensitive brute. You're like the Tin Woodman, no heart. You know, you've grown cold and mean in that horrid study of yours. With only books and bugs to keep you company for years and years and years. There are other people in this world, you know. It's not all about you. You're going to do this. If not for Ruth, then for us. We're going to figure out what happened to the poor girl. Together.
Junge, Junge, er ist ziemlich kaltherzig.
Is that blood?
The girl could have hit her head on that rock. There would have been plenty of blood.
That's awful. I
ist
think there's
es.
something behind it. Can you move the rock aside?
Ist das ein Schuh? Nee, eine Puppe, oder? Eine kaputte Puppe.
It must be Ruth's.
Where's the head?
Maybe the killer also decapitates dolls.
Hold on. This pin. This is old. Very old. Looks like something from the Viking era.
We are in the land of Vikings.
This could be 1,000 years old. It does not belong on a child's doll.
Who cares? Ruth is dead and you're obsessing about a rusty old pin? Let's go further up. Maybe we'll find more clues. Come on, old sport. It's not far.
Can you wait just 1 minute so that I can catch my breath? Huh. Did you follow the same path, Betty? Or am I just stumbling through darkness?
Hä? Hat er sie gerade Lissy genannt? Er hat Betty gesagt, aber da stand Lissy.
You can see clear beyond the edge of the world. Right. It is awfully chilly.
1
Oh,
second.
Teddy Bear. We need to take you out walking more often.
So, the girl
Oh ja,
Fell
es
from
ist
up
sehr
here.
tief.
Was pushed, you mean? Can you see where she fell?
Beim Heruntersehen wird ihm schwindlig, sein Herz ist nicht erpicht auf Höhen. Der Stein wäre wahrscheinlich das Ende jedenfalls, denkt er. Das könnte sein.
If she fell headfirst on that rock, she'd have died instantly.
Edward, honestly.
You
Ja,
wanted
was?
to learn more.
Ist doch
This
so.
is you learning more. She hit her head and fell into the bush where I found her doll. Happy now, Alice?
I'm not. What was she doing up here in the first place?
Playing? She was a child. Children play in dangerous places.
There must be more to it. Let's find out where this path leads.
No, absolutely not. I don't have time for this nonsense.
Und sie
Running
rennt
out of
wieder weg.
daylight, and Betty's still... You're still out there.
Ja, ja. Sehr seltsam.
Slow down. I can't keep up with you. Who knows what's up there? It's not worth the risk of falling and breaking something. Lissy? Are you there?
Teddy,
My word.
Oh, scheiße.
Look away, Lissy.
is this what happened to the villagers? They killed themselves?
It's one body. Let's not jump to conclusions.
This is just ghastly. What made him do this? How long has he been...
From the state of the body,
Übel.
perhaps a couple of weeks. It depends on temperature and humidity, of course.
What does that say?
God forgive me.
Don't suicides go to hell? Isn't that what your father said when
Stop.
your mother
Don't.
drowned herself? Sorry.
Was unsere Mutter ist ins Wasser gegangen. Will ich's wissen? Der
Who
Gehängte.
was he? One of the Fretlanders?
It's not Johann or Frederick. And he's too old to be Simon.
Ruth.
Do you think this has something to do with Ruth? Maybe she came across the
Bestimmt.
hanged man before she died. And it scared her. So she ran,
No.
and
This happened later.
there's some consolation in that, I guess. Maybe it's the killer. The guilt ate him up and he offed himself.
That's just speculation with no basis in fact. There's nothing more to do here. I'm going back. Let the poor soul rest in peace.
Does it look like he's resting in peace? You're just going to leave him hanging? You're an insensitive brute.
I'm here for Betty. It's tragic, but really none of my concern.
Oh, Betty, always just Betty. You don't care about anyone else. What if that was me up there? Would you care then? All you do is obsess over a scarf and a hat and ugh.
It's all I have of Betty.
Betty, there she is again. Edward, the hanged man, he's someone. No matter what he did or didn't do, he deserves respect. Would you please just do this one decent deed? If not for me, then for yourself. Or for your Betty. What are you doing? You can't just pull him down by his legs. Try loosening the noose.
Boah, ist doch
I
gut.
can't reach that far.
Sehr morbide.
I'm going to be sick. I can't do this.
Yes, you can. Teddy,
Warum machst du das nicht?
Edward, I know you can. You've been through much worse.
Ja, für manch einen wär's zu morbid, aber naja. Ich habe sowas leider schon gesehen, also mich schockt's nicht wirklich. Es ist aber nichtsdestotrotz tragisch.
Where are the Fretlands, Edward?
It's been 2 days. If they're not back tonight,
They're not coming back.
perhaps they left after their daughter died.
Was murdered, you mean? Isn't that what we think happened?
Er glaubt, dass die einfachste Lösung oft die richtige ist. Die
Penny for your
Dorfbewohner
thoughts?
glauben, dass Simon Ruth getötet hat, also hat er das vermutlich auch.
She was probably murdered.
And you think Simon did it?
Your guess is as good as mine. It could have been an accident.
You're really not helping.
Can we talk about this tomorrow? I'm sorry.
You're exhausted.
I buried a corpse today, Alice.
I know. I'm sorry. Why don't you sleep in the guest bedroom?
The couch is fine. The Fretlands could still come home.
All right. Just don't come crying to me if you wake up with a crick in your neck. I'll be up for a while, if you feel like talking.
Ja gut, dann legen wir uns mal hin. Es war ja ein sehr bösartiger Tag. Oh, haben wir das schon
What
gelesen?
did you find?
Someone tried to burn this. It's addressed to Mrs. Fretland. My dearest Anna. It's from her sister, Margaret. Frederick's wife. The two brothers married sisters, remember?
Yes, and it's adorable. Keep reading.
I really shouldn't.
Really? How else are we going to figure out what happened? Keep reading.
My dearest Anna, I miss you so very, very much. The baby is due soon, and I wish for our family to reunite before... It's been 7 years since the dreadful incident at the mine. Can we not convince Frederick and Johann to forgive and forget? I know there are things Frederick has not told me about what they found and why they parted ways. Their grudge is tearing us all apart. Frederick won't even let me speak to half of our neighbors, accusing them of treason. He's so very angry and full of regrets. It's eating him up. And we...
And we what?
The rest is unreadable.
Margaret reached out to her sister, but I guess it didn't work.
This was written before Simon was born, but burned recently.
Die Geschichte wird hier nicht besser.
I really thought I'd find Betty today.
Well, I told you not to get your hopes up, Edward. I mean, we just got here. It's a big place. She could be anywhere.
It's just the thought of her alone out there. In the dark.
She's a tough cookie. Your Betty. Tougher than you, teddy bear.
That she is. I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can. But yes, I'll try. In a bit. I feel restless.
You should sleep.
I'm not sure I can.
Okay, sie wiederholt sich
But
gerade
yes,
hier.
I'll try. In a bit.
So, hier war, glaube ich, die Couch, oder? Warte mal, Hut platzieren. Ja, komm. Das machen wir noch, dann legen wir 10 und dann
Betty
beenden
will
wir den
want this
Part.
back.
I don't think it's healthy.
Not now, please. I'm exhausted.
Und die anderen Briefe lesen wir auch morgen.
Quite the day, huh?
I'm ready to pass out. Where will you sleep?
I'll be up for a while. My mind's simply racing.
Don't stay up late. Wake me if you hear the Fretlands arriving.
Of course. And I'll keep my eyes open for any ghosts that might want to haunt you in your sleep.
There are no...
Hush now. Sleep.
So, ihr Lieben, aber für den heutigen Part soll es das gewesen sein. Vielen lieben Dank für eure Unterstützung, fürs Liken, Bewerten, Kommentieren. Und bis zum nächsten Mal, wenn es wieder heißt Draugen. Ciao mit V.